talking about capability. So if you're in a team who has to roll out this stuff, and maybe you're using new tools, you're adopting new practices, actually for the first time yourself, while trying to lead your organization through the change. So this is a big one. And Penny, you and I jam on this a lot, about this idea of capability uplift and what it means to lead in this new era of work. And we're seeing a trend in heads of remote, chief hybrid officers. So we're really investing in this globally as a profession. So you are no stranger to setting up remote first cultures, but you've had a really good experience at No Issue. So I guess my question to you is, what do you think our fellow practitioners need to invest in to upskill in their own capability to really drive this stuff in their organizations?
Okay, good question. So I think some people may have heard sort of my talk yesterday, and I think I overused the word mapped out far too much, and really the data that we use. I think one common thing I hear often in people practitioners is, I can't do the numbers, I'm a people person, is one thing, or I'm not technical, or sort of really indexing in on that. And sort of making that a little bit of the HR identity. We're people, right? We're not necessarily numbers people or commercial people. I'll go to the CFO for that, or I'll go to the CTO for those things. And I think in a hybrid or remote setting, you sort of have to, particularly if you're designing, we've talked about this before, designing documentation, rolling things out, it's kind of impossible to go off gut or have a one-on-one conversation with everyone. You definitely need to layer that in, and that adds to it. But your base level is a lot of data, it's a lot of analysis. So really leaning into that and having a curiosity around new technology, around numbers and financials, and really how things work. Because I think there are, when you're scaling remote, and you're scaling remote globally as well, things that you sort of get leaned on is, what market do we hire in? Our revenue's USD. Where is it most advantageous for us to hire this person because of the strength of the US dollar? Questions like that start to come into your role, particularly in that remote setting, because then your workforce plan starts to kind of get dictated by things like that. So really leaning into the numbers. You've got entities set up, you're leaning into tax, that's good fun. Really that technical side. So the people skills that you kind of build in your people profession are really great. They give you that curiosity, they give you that ability to ask really good questions, to sort of dig in and find what the root cause of something is. Those set you up really well. I think where you layer on top is that commercial piece. It's the numbers, it's the financials, it's being able to roll out, a knowledge base. For instance, you need to put on your internal comms hat, you need to put on your systems hat, and really optimize structures and systems. And that can be quite a new or foreign skill set. And then the last one I'd kind of add into that is a really strong skill set on recruitment. So, quite often the two are seen as separate, HR and recruitment. And key to that hybrid is knowing, how to assess capabilities of your team, how to assess that mindset, that capability of people coming in internally. And quite often that's that's recruitment, or I don't do recruitment. So really leaning into that skill set, because it's critical you hire the right people. You need to have a really structured process around that. Really be able to understand, the capabilities to feed it into onboarding and development and so on, and spot kind of things within your organization. So recruitment's a really strong capability.
And Penny, for the people who are in the crowd going, well, we just don't have enough people to do all of that, can we hear how lean you run your team to stand up all of those practices?
Yeah, so we added 92 people last year, the people team, and we run people, internal systems, internal comms, onboarding, recruitment. The lot is myself and 1.5 others. Through all of that. So all of our recruitment, all of our onboarding, all of our internal comms, all of our internal systems, the lot, we wear all of those hats and have scaled that up. At any one time, kind of this time last year, would be wearing my VP of people hat, and I had 30 roles under recruitment. So you've really got to be able to juggle that, which is also why having a good recruitment background sets you up well.
So all of our peeps will roll off the back of these 2 days where you've just had some really rich information, and you're probably going to do one or two things. Nothing, which would be really bad and sad, or you're going to be like, where do I need to build some muscle in my own skill set? So Penny, to finish you up, if they have to leave the room right now and add something to their development plan, what skill should they be investing in?
Ooh. I'd probably go with some good like Excel or Google Sheets. Honestly, the ability to just like go and do your own analysis is just so important. And yeah, I just often have those conversations with people and they're like, I can't do Excel or I can't do Google Sheets or any kind of, analysis, right? And like, it's just, there's so many YouTube videos out there. Like every time I've got a question, I'm Googling it, like figuring out a formula, or I'm trying to copy someone else's spreadsheet. Like you don't need to have all the answers. You just need to kind of lean into, I can learn this and go and, give it a go, really.
So Google Sheets, how to do those.
Yep.
You take it right back there.
Yeah, my YouTube history is just different formulas in Google Sheets.
That's awesome.